Honestly, this is the one time that the phone hasn't been ringing today, or over the last month, to be honest. January has been a nightmare. The boys are playing really well, and I've just been batting away teams like girls with me on a night out. It's just nuts. Let's see who's still here. Hello, Munch here, and yes, as I touched on in the intro, we have had a lot of bids come in, but we've only lost one player, that player being Nemanja Maksimovic. Never really got a run in the first team with us, and that's probably my fault, to be fair. He's not a bad player, he's decent, but we ended up selling him over to Wolfsburg for 6.25 million, which could go up to 9.25 depending on bonuses, appearances, etc, etc. In all honesty, we haven't really missed him, and it's not done anything for my budget either. I still only have a budget of 3.4 million, so I'm really looking for bargain deals. I can't see anyone coming in January unless we sell one of the big guns that have been courted, shall we say, by some of the big clubs, aka Manchester City. It's like I'm becoming a feeder club. They've originally gone after Rodrigo. They haven't put in an official bid yet, but they've been trying to unsettle him, which is a bit disappointing, but I can understand why they would want to. 6 goals and 4 assists in 20 appearances, 5 of them off the bench this year, is not a bad ratio. He's playing at 7.03. He's got fantastic pace. He would suit City down to the ground, so I can see why they'd be after him. And it's also a likely case of Dani Parejo. We obviously know that Barcelona were interested in him. They did actually put a bid in. They put in a bid of £25 million. I rejected it. He hasn't actually kicked off about it. I tried to negotiate it up to his minimum release clause, which is £44.5 million. He's growing into the series. The more he plays, the more I understand just how good he actually is. I don't really want to let him go, but if we are going to sell him, hopefully it'll be for big money. I'm hoping that I can keep at least Parejo and Rodrigo until the end of the season this year, otherwise we are in some serious trouble. I say we're in serious trouble. We're actually third in the table, still where we were before, level on points of Barcelona, worst goal difference, but obviously in La Liga it's done on head-to-head and we've beaten them the one time that we've played them so far. Most notably, Villareal, who we played today, our main competitors for that top 4 position along with Bilbao. They are now 6 points behind us, and we're playing them at home today, so if we beat them, you really fancy us to secure a top 4 finish, which would be marvellous considering the situation we were in at the start of the season. We are in that position mainly down to this run of form. It's been nothing short of pretty impressive. Sorry, my balls were dropping there. Oh, they should have done it years ago. So in the last episode, we saw us beat Levante and Girona 3-0 and 1-0 respectively. We actually lost then to Girona in the Spanish Cup. A repeat fixture, but we lost 3-1. We got absolutely battered. I was not impressed. But since then, we've turned it around. 4 wins in a trot, and we'll get to the last one. I'm sure you've probably noticed it already. We'll get to that in a minute. Las Palmas, we beat them 2-1. They're doing very well in the league. Up in 6th position at the moment. Or no, 7th, just behind Bilbao. At the time, they were in 6th, so they were in a very, very strong position. We actually managed to overturn the deficit to Girona in the Spanish Cup and won that 3-0, which has put us in the quarterfinals. As you can tell, like Madrid plays a pretty decent lineup. If anything, it's almost their first team. Not a lot of the main men missing, and we still battered them. So, kind of shows how good we are. And the Mestalla, very similar to London Stadium in the West Ham save, has now become an absolute fortress. Notable performers so far, obviously, are Simone Barber, who scored in his last 4 games straight, and Carlos Soler has also scored in his 3 games straight. He's been very instrumental in our good run of form. We have now won 8 league games on the bounce, which is mightily impressive. Due to the fact that the Spanish quarter final fell in between the fixtures, originally we were going to do Villareal and Real Sociedad, but now that Madrid's there, I kind of wanted to do that game, but because we're 5-0 up, I can't see us losing 5-0. So we will still stick with the Villareal and Real Sociedad games. I will let you know what happens with the away trip to the Bernabeu somewhere through the episode. But I think we'll be alright. I can't see us losing 5-0. Charlie won't let it happen. So without further ado, I've rambled on long enough. Let's get into the game. Villareal await. They have got obviously a very good record against us, but if we can win today, it puts us 9 points clear, and that would really, really cement our place in the top 4. Notable problems that we do have is that Jean Dominic has actually injured himself for about 8 weeks, which is not brilliant. He's broke his collarbone. He did that in the Madrid game, so he will not play any part today. And also Rodrigo is carrying a little knock, but he should be back in time for our second game of the day against Real Sociedad. We're struggling in terms of depth. Obviously, it's not brilliant, but there's not a lot we can really do. We are going to go with the same lineup that we have been playing recently then. Natives in goal, Vendel, Garay, Jason Derulo and Montoya as the back four. Soler, Kondogbia and Parejo make up the midfield with Guedes and Simon on the wing supporting Simone Barbar up front. So we're off. Casillejo's on the ball and he's playing into Carlos Bacca and they are already on the attack. Well, that was entertaining. The only thing that happened in that is that Wendell got booked and Guedes has managed to pick up himself up a knock, which I saw, which I'm not happy about. Gonna say assertively, that's just not good enough, lads. What is going on? I will take Guedes off because we need to try and keep as many people fit as we can at the moment. So Andreas Pereira, who has impressed me recently when he's come on, he is going to feature for us today out on that left-hand side. It's good to see we're still very good at the back. And we do have a corner. Our first highlights. Pereira whips it in. Mario heads it away. It falls to Danny Parejo. He hits a shot, not really going anywhere there. Couldn't tell where it was going to go. Moses Simon gets robbed by Costa. That's disappointing. Simon's been so good so far, and that was probably one of his poorest touches. But we have got the ball back. Jason Derulo to Kondogbia. Nice ball through there to Parejo. Nice ball from Danny Parejo. Andreas Pereira gets their first solid. Not brilliant from him. We're just giving the ball away in stupid areas. Kondogbia, lay that through. Vendel, go on Wendell. Good ball in. Gone to Simon at the back post. Moses Simon makes it 1-0. Yes! I love it when a signing comes together. Well done, mate. We're back up to third, and it's not been a brilliant game, but these are tight games, and these are the ones that we really need to perform in. It was well done by Kondogbia, very patient play. Wendell made a good run, the pace just gets him away, great ball to the back post, and Simon nips in front of Costa and smashes it in at the near post. Get in! Kondogbia with a brilliant tackle, been so far my player that he's just changed everything since I brought Kondogbia in. He's been so good. Moses Simon cuts inside, plays it into Barbar. Come on, Simone. Nice ball out to Pereira. Get there first. Nice ball down the line to Soler. Soler, come on, mate. He skins his man, whips it in. Barbar! Yeah! He loves a near post finish. Simone Barbar has changed it. I did say that I'd change his nickname back to... Well, I'd get rid of his nickname and knock it back to Zaza if he started playing well. But he's played better since I put Barbar in. And because I'm a superstitious man, I'm going to keep it. Lovely play there by Soler and Pereira. He nips in. Great ball there. I think it takes a little deflection on the cross, but we don't mind that. Barbar reads it perfectly and smashes it in at the front post. Well done, Simone. Danny Pereira is going to come off. Coquelin is going to come on. I'm also going to take Wendell off and bring on Lato because I do not want to get a player sent off, and we will carry on. Danny Parejo just about to get subbed off. Plays a nice ball through to Barbar. Barbar goes through. What a finish. What a goal. It was a nice play from Danny Parejo. Good ball over the top. It's that first touch. He just gets away from his defender, and that is emphatic. That's a man in form. That's 6 goals in 2 games. And there's another highlight here. 77th minute as Costa throws the ball in for Villareal. Throws it to Bruno. Back to Costa. He gives the ball away to Soler, Sazar, or Barbar. In a battle with Victor Ruiz, he's lost out. Bruno picks up the ball. Castillejo, he's a player I would like to sign. That's a brilliant ball from Castillejo. What a pass and what a finish from Carlos Bacca. 3-1, 13 minutes to go. It takes something pretty special to break through our back line. I have to say that ball from Castillejo was just sensational. Disappointed Barbar couldn't win the actual challenge originally. It's a nice ball from Bruno and we just gave him too much time. That is some pass though. Great run from Bacca, good finish, but what a ball. What a ball from Castillejo. We're into the last few seconds of stoppage time. Nato's about to clear it. It doesn't matter. The ref blows up a 3-1 win against the top 4 rival. The Mestalla is a fortress. I'm going to say passionately to the boys. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. And they're so used to it now that no one's even motivated by that. Superb. It's worth noting we are only 3 points behind Real Madrid, even though they have a game in hand. But they got battered by Atletico Madrid 5-2 before we played them. So that's probably why we gave them a bit of a humbling. I'm sure they'll make sure they give us a good smashing in the game in midweek to make up for it. Guidi's got himself a neck strain. He's going to be out for 13 days or so. We are piling up in the injury stakes, which is not great. 10 matches won in a row in La Liga. I tell a lie, originally I thought it was 8 before that game, so it was going to be 9, but 10 it is. That's good. We've only scored 29 in 21 games, which is not brilliant, but it's just defensively, we are just rock solid. for the most part. Like I said, it takes a really good ball like that Castillejo pass to actually break through our defence. So I'm very happy. It's a far cry from the West Ham save where we couldn't defend for Toffee until the final season. So like I said, what we'll do is I will play the Real Madrid quarterfinal leg 2 off camera. We've seen, I don't want to. We're obviously going to play them a lot more later on in the save, so I don't want to over Barcelona and over Real us in these stakes, especially in a game where pretty much it doesn't really matter, to be fair, because I think we are pretty much through. So I'll let you know how that game goes, but I shall see you for the Sociedad game in a week's time, in game, not now. So viewers, we are through a 1-1 draw away. Isco equalised a Moses Simon early strike for us, and Casemiro got set for the 56th minute. Other than that, a pretty dull game, but got the job done. That's all that matters. Sociedad's up next. We're in a good run of form. I'm enjoying this. But before the Sociedad game, there's the small matter of the Copa del Rey semi-final, and it's tough. You've got us, Bilbao, Sevilla and Villareal, so none of the big boys, but all top 4 chasing teams. I don't really mind who I get out of that, to be honest. I feel that we're probably the strongest of all 4 of them in current form. Sevilla, Bilbao, Villareal, Valencia. Okay, we can live with that, and the second leg will be at home as well, which is great news. So here we are, day of the Sociedad game. We are still in 3rd in the league and not too far off the top places, but I still don't think we're in a position to really win. The only change to the Villareal game is that Rodrigo has come back in on that left wing because Guidi's obviously injured. He's not in the squad today. I look at their team and I think, it's decent. They've got Moura in goal, De La Bella, Navas is decent, Llorente's decent, Odriozola, as we all know, is excellent. Canelles, Illaramendi, Prieto, Januzaj, Willian, Jose. They've got some really good players and Gus Hiddink is their manager now, so this could be a really, really tricky game. The away form is still a little bit patchy. We obviously have won a few in a row now, but they're tight games away from home. But you can't expect to blow everybody away, home and away. It's not going to happen, is it? I'm looking forward to seeing more of Moses Simon as well. He seems to have really, really taken to it. And as I say, that he takes a corner. It's not his best of it. It doesn't get past the first man's. Jose smashes it up the pitch, but Garay knocks it out. Now he's found Rodrigo on the left-hand side. He whips through Zaza front post. It would not be a Mestalla complex episode if Simone Barbar didn't hit the bloody... Oh my god, he just loves the woodwork. To 10 minutes in, we really should be 1 up. Barbar's missed an absolute... Well, not a sitter, but a really good chance. It's great play by Giroud. Yeah, great play by Rodrigo. I'm really, really irritated. I thought he'd gone over that. I thought on camera he hasn't hit the bar yet today. I'm glad we're keeping up some traditions. We have another highlight here. So there, over to Parejo. To Kondogbia. Kondogbia back to Parejo. Parejo to Moses Simon. Yeah, I'm waiting for the overlapping run. It's not coming very quickly from Montoya. He's taking his time. It's there eventually. Can he find Simon? He does. Moses. Whip it in. Barbar. Rodrigo. Bang! He does not miss. Top of the net. Absolutely smashes it into the roof here. Barbar did get the little flick on assist. Lovely play. And it's the overlapping runs. Sociedad are in absolutely dreadful form currently. Look at that from Parejo, lovely. And then it was just a fine Montoya, nice ball around the corner. Moses doesn't often miss with his crosses, and Rodrigo's in the right place at the right time to slot it in at the back post. Well done, that man. I always find in FM18, when you start getting a couple of wins and you start getting on a roll, it's quite hard to actually get out of it. You really need to come unstuck in a big game and get an absolute hammering to get rid of the morale. But it just seems this year that it's so about form. It seems this year that it's so about form. I'm wondering what they're going to do for FM19, because sometimes it feels a bit overpowered. I can't believe that at the moment we could win 11 games in a row in the league. It seems a bit nuts. Although that may just be because it's La Liga and it's not like the Premier League where you have, where every team is really, really, really difficult. And I won't lie, some of these games, it's not as difficult. That's a great ball over the top. De La Bella is through down the left-hand side. He's going to whip this in. Willian Jose, he hits the post. He's got Barbar syndrome. And Moses Simon can get on the counter. Is this going to turn into a highlight for us? Looks like Illaramendi is catching him up. He tries chipping it forward. That's a really poor ball. Yeah, that was a little scared before half-time, just to remind us that they are still in this game, as I was going on about teams being too easy in this. We now got a big game against Villareal on the Wednesday. That's the problem with the Spanish Cup, is that they do the draw and then you've literally got to play 4 days later or like the following week. So it runs really, really quickly in this league, which has caught me a little bit by surprise. And I think our squad depth might be a problem. This is why, while we're in such a good run of form, I want to rack up the wins. because I can see it's becoming knackered towards the end of the season. Mestalla smashes it clear, but Canales has picked it up and played it to Yanazai, who is obviously a tricky customer. He smashes it, as I say that, close to the near post, but not quite on target. It's been a very even game in terms of shots, in terms of possession. It's just we've taken the one real chance that's come our way, and there is a highlight. Are we going to get a second? And pretty, you'd like to think, put the game to bed. Pereira here on the right hand side. He's literally just come on. Plays nice ball into Parejo. Back to Coquelin. Coquelin to Kondogbia. And he finds Vendel in some space on the left hand side. The overlap's going to be on here. Rodrigo is down on the left hand side. Whip that in. I can see the runs at the front post. He knocks it in. Pereira hits it in, but I think that's going to be disallowed. Oh no, it's just been given as an own goal. Alberto De La Bella has scored an own goal. I thought Pereira pushed him into it, and that's why it was going to get disallowed. Obviously not. We've got away with one here, but I'd like to see it again. Good play from Vendel, the fun Rodrigo. Those guys struck up a nice understanding on the left hand side. No, actually that is just an awful header. Not sure. It's a great finish, but just not on the right net. Kondogbia looks to have been fouled there by Elizondo, and this could be a red. Unsure, can't tell. Yep, he has been sent off. Apparently he went in with 2 feet on Kondogbia, and you cannot do that. Interesting. I didn't see it myself, but there you go. 10 seconds to go. Nato's just seamlessly fitted in Dominic's absence. Plays it to Rodrigo, knocks it to Garay. We just pass it around at the back. Wendell, who's getting better and better as it progresses, plays it through, but it doesn't matter. It is full time, and that is a 2-0 win away from home against a pretty difficult opponent. You tell the boys well done. No one really cares too much. They weren't listening. I'm going to tell the defence I'm very happy with your defensive work. I'm just going to stop there because obviously no one wants to pay any attention to me. So that leaves us third in the table, only 5 points away from table topping Atletico Madrid. 2 away from Real, but they've got a game in hand. It couldn't, could it? We couldn't, could we? More importantly, we are 10 points ahead of Bilbao, who are now overhauled Villareal, and Bilbao are now in 5th. But I'd like to think that top 4 has now been pretty much secured. The team have finally figured out my way of playing. We're bringing the attacking, pressing game to La Liga, and this is good. I'm excited by the way it's going now. We're just lacking depth, and I think that's probably what will kick us at the end of the season, is that we don't have a very, very big squad. Not in terms of quality anyway. There's a noticeable difference and drop in quality between our first team and the guys on the bench. But it's 11 wins in a row in the league. You can't scoff at that. I said I don't want to show too much Barcelona. I don't want to over Barcelona us. But the Spanish semi-cup final, the Copa del Rey Cup semi, is a bit too bigger a game to not really want to watch, is it? I won't show us both semi-finals because I want to try and get through this season quite quickly. But there's a chance of silverware here. So I think what we'll do is I will play the Villareal and Barcelona games myself off camera, and then we'll come back for the home leg of the semi-final against Villareal, and then we can have the home game against Espanyol because we haven't seen them yet. Yeah, I think that sounds quite good. We'll do it that way, and then hopefully we'll have the Copa del Rey Cup final, if we get through, somewhere a bit later on down the line. I don't want it to be just a week later like it always seems to be on this. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Things are going overly well at the moment. I'm a little concerned, but I'm sure there'll be a drop off in form at some point. Just thanks so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe, and until I see you again, stay cool.